Hello everyone. Can anyone hear me? Tell me in the comments. Sorry, my camera isn't working right now, and I have quite bad internet. Sorry about that. Can you answer in the comments? Can anyone hear me? Please answer in the comments. Can anyone tell me? Hear me? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to leave the stream and see if I can fix my camera problem. I don't know what's happened. Okay, 1 minute, bear with me. How do I get out? Let's see what happens. Hello everyone. I'm just having some technical problems. Can we hear me? Please tell me. Answer in the comments again, please. Is the sound okay? I'm just trying to get everything working. Who do we have here? El Portuguesa. Simran Chowdhury. Hello, Simran. I think there's someone called Manoj who wants to come. Yeah, I don't know. The sound is brilliant. I don't have my big microphone like before, and I have bad internet, unfortunately. My internet here in the Philippines, it died in the building because of the bad storms, the monsoon. So this is my backup internet. It's not very good. Okay, I'm having problems. I can't get my picture to load. I will try and get my classroom ready. Okay, let's see if I can get my classroom in. Oh dear, what have I done? Minoj, do you want to come on stage? It would be nice to have someone on stage here for IELTS speaking. Okay, what's happening here? Why can't I get my screen share to work? Oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, trying again. I don't even know what's happened here. Why is my screen share not working? Oh, here we go. Here's something here. Is this going to work? Okay, let's try again. Okay, here is my classroom. Can everyone see my classroom now? Minoj, are you traveling? You can't come on stage. Does anyone want to come on stage? Simran, do you want to come on stage? We really need someone on stage to do some speaking. Put El Portuguesa, do you want to come on stage? Simran, I can give you the backstage link. Do you want the backstage link? I can send it to your Hello Talk chat. Simran, I've given you a backstage link. Do you want to come on stage and be a presenter with me and practice your IELTS speaking? Because okay, do you have your link? I sent it to you on Hello Talk. Have you received it? Okay. And why can I not get my beautiful picture up? What is happening? So many problems. Okay, waiting for Simran to come into the studio. What shall we do? Okay, let's get my picture up. Will it come up? No, it's not working. So let me go into my classroom and let's have a look at the PowerPoint. Okay, can everyone see the PowerPoint there? It's a bit small, but it's okay. I think you can make your screen nice and big. So let's just do the quick IELTS introduction just for 5 minutes. Who can remember all of the different stuff? Okay, yeah, that's me in the different countries I've taught in. Can you guess them? South Korea. This one is China. This one is Vietnam. This one is France. This one is England. Also Turkey online and Philippines online. So yes, I teach online classes. General English, exam preparation mostly. You can find my course on Hello Talk. That's my YouTube channel. IELTS, what does it stand for? Answers in the comments. Can anyone remember? Who knows what IELTS stands for? IELTS. What are those 5 letters? Does anyone know? IELTS. No one knows. Shall we go on to the next page? International English Language Testing System. That's what it does. It tests your language, your English, to see how good it is. It's international, so it is used in all the different countries. What is the scoring system? Anyone know? Answers in the comments. Is it 0 to 100? 0 to 1,000? 0 to 1,000,000? There we go. El Portuguesa got it in. Do you know what the scoring system is, El? Answers in the comments. Oh, Daisy, I remember Daisy. How are you, Daisy? Long time no see. How is my sound, everyone? Please tell me if you have any problems. Unfortunately, this is my backup internet after the monsoon rains destroyed the internet in my building here in Manila, Philippines. Daisy, I hope you're well. Yeah, what's the scoring system? Anyone remember? We're just doing a quick IELTS review. Anyone know? Okay, let's ask the computer what the computer thinks. Computer, what do you think? Where's my classroom? Here we go. Computer says 0 to 9. 0 no English, 6 good English, 9 proficient. Proficient is the best you can be, so you can use your English to help you in any situation. You should be nearly as good as a native speaker, maybe better, to be honest, at some things. Maybe like possibly writing or reading than the native speakers. I mean, if your native speaker tried IELTS reading, for example, your average person would only get 6 because it's very, very hard. But I would guess your native would get 9 in speaking. Let's go back to the next question. Daisy says she's good. Yes, I'm very well, thanks. I'm looking for a co-host to come on stage. Anyone want to come on stage? Let me know. I'll send you the backstage link. You can come on and help me. I can't really do this without another person. It would be weird because it's IELTS speaking. Unless I answer the questions myself. Okay, what's the next page on the slide? Computer, next page, please. Why do people study IELTS? Do we remember the reasons? IELTS, why do people study it? Anyone know? Answers in the comments, please. Am I also a TOEFL tutor? It's Daisy says it's not my speciality. No, I have done it before. I think once. I think that's bigger for people who want to study in America. I think I did it once with a South Korean student, and it's similar elements to IELTS. Portuguese says for studying or working abroad. Let's see. What does computer say? Computer says some people do it just to get a certificate of their English level. Some people do it to study at university in an English-speaking country or an English-speaking course in a non-English-speaking country. Some people do it to get a job in an English-speaking country. Yeah, kind of like what you said, El. El Portuguesa, have I seen you before? Have you been on any of my live streams before on YouTube or Hello Talk? Let me know. Someone come on stage, please. Tell me if you want to, so I can have my co-host. What's the next question? Computer, let's turn the page. Where are we? What are the different kinds of IELTS tests? Anyone remember? Is it an easy test and a hard test? Is it a serious test and a funny test? Let's see what the computer says. Computer says general IELTS and academic IELTS. What does that mean? Anyone know what that means? IELTS is an international test to accurately describe, I think, what you mean, Daisy, your English level to get work or study abroad. Yes. Okay. General and academic English are the two types. What does that mean? General and academic English. What are we talking about? Anyone know? Answers in the comments. General is for work purposes, says Simran. Simran, have you got that link I sent you? Coming on stage to say hello? Yes. It's for people, yeah, it's a bit easier. Generally, people who want work for visa level 5 will do it. What does computer say? How is it different? So academic is suitable for those wanting to study at university, and it is more difficult in the reading and writing sections. Next question. What is the format of the IELTS exam academic section? Answers in the comments, please. What is the format of the IELTS exam? Does anyone know? General is for both goals. Yeah, what's the format? What does the test look like? Answers in the comments, please tell us. Let's see what the computer says. Let's turn the page. Computer says speaking, listening, reading, and writing. What does each one look like? How many parts? Anyone knows? Let's see. Okay, zooming on. Speaking 3 parts, 15 minutes. Listening 4 parts, 30 minutes. Reading 3 parts, 1 hour. Writing 2 parts, 1 hour. Listening 4 parts. They are a combination of monologues and dialogues. Dialogue, that means 2 or more people speaking. Monologue means 1 person speaking. Part 1, simple information exchange. Hello, tell me about your English school. What would you like to know? How much are classes? Blah, 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 blah. Part 2, introductory talk monologue. Introduction to a university, maybe. Part 3, dialogue. Student, professor, student, professor. Part 4, academic monologue lecture. That is an academic talk which you will get at university. This is an example of an IELTS test paper, IELTS listening part 1. Nice and easy part 1. Just listen for the missing information. Okay, reading. I think this is maybe the most difficult one, reading. 3 parts, 3 texts, 1 hour, 13 or it's about 40 questions. It's really, really, really difficult to read 3 texts in 1 hour and answer questions about them. To be honest, you don't really have time to read it all. So that's why you have to learn special techniques. LSWR, says Simran. What does that mean? LSWR. Listening, speaking, writing, reading. Is that your code? Okay, so the task types are multiple choice and gap fill. Multiple choice, you will have many choices, maybe 4. Is it answer A, answer B, answer C, answer D? Gap fill, there will be a space, and you must write the missing information on the line. Okay, here's an example text, part 1, I think. Bringing cinnamon to Europe. You have to read all of that in 20 minutes and answer about 13 or 14 questions. Very difficult stuff. I might do an IELTS reading at some point. Writing, what is the writing? 2 parts, 1 hour. Part 1, 20 minutes, 150 words, diagram, description, essay. Part 2, opinion, essay, 40 minutes. There's an example of part 1, diagram, description. In this case, it is a bar chart. So you must write about that. Speaking, that's what we're doing today. That's the most important thing. 3 parts. Part 1, simple personal questions. Not too personal. Just about your life, like your job, your hobbies, family, stuff like that. It's a long test. Yes, it is a very long test, Al. So, I mean, I think there are options to do each skills on different days, but many people do all 4 skills on one day. That's like, how long is it? 3.5 hours? It's very difficult, actually, very intense. You have to be in good mental condition and physical condition so you can get your best possible score. What were we talking about? Part 1, simple personal questions. Part 2, short speech. 1 minute preparation, 2 minutes speaking, 1 or 2 minutes examiner questions. Yes, the speech, sometimes called the long term. Part 3, difficult discussion questions, about 5 minutes plus. Okay, so this is really the part where we need someone to come on stage. But I don't think anyone wants to come on stage. Simran, El Portuguesa, Daisy, Minoj, who is going to come on stage? So we can do a practice test. If no one comes on stage, it will be a bit weird. Well, I have to do the test myself. So let's have a think about that. Whilst you think about if you want to come on stage, let's look at the speaking marking criteria. So that means this is what the examiner thinks about when they give you your score. What are the speaking marking criteria? Answers in the comments, please. Part 1, says Simran. What do you mean part 1? Introduction, part 1. Speaking marking criteria. Anyone know what they are? Let's see what the computer says. So when we do IELTS, we must think about these things. Fluency and coherence. Do we know what that means, fluency? So fluency here means that you can speak at a good speed without hesitation. So not stuff like that. I can't remember what speed native speakers speak at, but you try and speak at a speed similar to that. Is it about 150 words a minute? I'm not sure. I have to check. Pronunciation, yes. So this is that you have you speak. Your words are spoken in a way that can be understood. The sound of them. So yes, that includes, what does it include? The phonetics, the intonation, and the word stress, syllable stress, something like that. Lexical resource, that's the words, your vocabulary. Don't use a simple normal word like big when you can use a more exciting word like enormous or huge or gigantic. Grammatical range and accuracy. So range is how much grammar you have, and accuracy is how well you use it. You can use the present simple, but if you want to make the examiner happy, get a nice big score, 7 or 8, use some more advanced grammar. Can you use, for example, the future perfect continuous? Can you use the third conditional? Can I even remember the third conditional? What's the third conditional? So why am I having bad memory problems today? Yes, third conditional. Yeah, I think this is when you talk about a hypothetical past situation. If I had studied harder for my exams, I would have done better. Stuff like that. Okay. What is next on my PowerPoint? I can't remember. Let's turn the page. Oh yeah, so this is the band descriptors. If you want to know exactly how to do well in each part, have a look at this. It tells you for each section, fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, pronunciation, what you must do for each level. Example speaking test. Okay, is this going to be my first speaking live stream with no speakers? That will be a bit of a disaster. So will I have to be the speaker? What is going on with Simran and that link? I've given you the link, Simran. Are you going to come on stage? You don't have to. Just let me know so I know what's happening. Okay, let's have a look at one of my IELTS books, shall we? So I think IELTS have released about 20 textbooks. Where has it gone? Here, so here's my book. This is IELTS 6, and it has 4 tests for each skill. 4 speaking tests, 4 listening tests, 4 reading tests, 4 writing tests. Let's find speaking test 1 and see what we can do. So yeah, I will have to be an imaginary student. Speaking. Here we go. Part 1. Can everyone see that? To be honest, I know I often have problems with image quality, but to be honest, in the exam you will not see the questions, obviously. So maybe it's not a terrible thing if you can't see them. Okay, so part 1 is simple personal questions. And what's going to happen then? Am I going to have to test myself if no one is going to come on stage? Who shall I be? Because there's not usually native speakers. Do you want me to be from a different country? Do you want me to be a Chinese student or an Italian student or something like that? Do you want me to speak non-native English? Or shall I try and just answer it in my own voice? Okay, maybe you can practice along at home if you want to. You can give your own answer. Okay, so welcome to your IELTS examination. My name is Jonathan Dumpleton, and I'll be your examiner today. And we are moving on to the speaking. As you know, it has 3 parts, part 1, 2, and 3. Please give your best answers. Try an answer for about 20 seconds per answer. Try and show me how good your English is. Remember to do the best you can in all the categories. Speaking with good fluency and coherence, speaking with a good lexical resource, good grammatical resource and accuracy, and good pronunciation. Okay, sorry, can I take your name, please? Yes, my name is Tom. Okay, Tom, so let's do the first question. Do you enjoy dancing, Tom? Why or why not? Yeah, well, to be honest, no, I don't really enjoy dancing. I find it a little bit embarrassing. When I go out, I don't usually dance. When there's music, occasionally, if I am forced to, I might do a little bit of awkward dancing. I have never enjoyed dancing. It has not been something which suits me, although I do enjoy listening to music. Inevitably, I will have to dance sometimes at embarrassing occasions like weddings or some kind of Christmas party. And yeah, that's about it. I hope that answer wasn't too terrible. People are giving me some answers in the comments. Simran said, yes, I do enjoy dancing because it makes me feel energetic and happy. Daisy said, I would like to be on stage, but I cannot for the sake of my sore throat. Oh dear. Croaky Daisy. You don't want to come on stage and be a croaky frog? Yeah, what did you think of my answer? Was it okay? Can I have a score? As a native speaker, I hope I would get the top score. Was there anything wrong with my answer? So I used the normal formula. What's the good answer formula? Answers in the comments. Okay, so always remember, it is important to think about everything, fluency and coherence, grammar, lexical resource, pronunciation, etc. But the number one thing you should not forget is to answer the question. So did I answer the question? I think I did. My answer was a clear no, I don't enjoy dancing. And the next part, you should give a reason. I think my reason was that I find it embarrassing. It's not something that is natural to me. Mostly because maybe if I danced on my own, it'd be okay. But usually you have to dance in public with people watching you. It makes me feel a bit silly. So I answered the question and then I gave details. And what were my details? Yes, the different occasions on which in which people would want me to dance, which would be usually embarrassing situations like weddings or what was the other one? Christmas parties. Yes, somebody always tries and makes me dance on like things like Christmas work parties and weddings. It's not really something I like to do. Yeah, you don't usually hear native speakers answering, do they? So we can just talk about the formula that I used, and then I gave additional. Well, yeah, I think that's everything. So I'd like to think that my pronunciation was perfect. I'd like to think my grammar was perfect, and my lexical resource. I could have used more interesting words, but at least the accuracy was okay. I didn't really analyze my grammar. What did I use? I'm not sure. Okay. Simran, do you want to come on stage? You're not a croaky frog like Daisy with a sore throat. Shall I ask myself another question? Shall I be the same person or a different person? Yeah, maybe I'll be a different person with a different accent. Shall I be a Scottish person? Yes, a lot of people find the Scottish accent quite challenging to understand. For me, I was exposed to this accent from quite a young age, as I would often visit Scotland to see my grandparents. Let's ask the question to a Scottish person. Okay, so my next, sorry. Yes, can you introduce yourself? What's your name? Yeah, my name's Duncan. I'm from Aberdeen. Okay, Duncan, has anyone ever taught you to dance? Why or why not? No, never been taught to dance in my life. I did consider it once. At university, I used to dance quite a lot in the student union, and I wasn't very good. So I thought maybe dancing lessons would be a good idea, but I never went in the end. I just kind of taught myself just by observing other people and different styles. This was before YouTube came along, but you could watch people like famous dancers from movies like John Travolta or the famous dances like The Twist and try and copy them. In fact, at one stage I did actually practice dancing in front of my mirror using music. So I did think I got better and I did get complimented on my dancing, but I never went as far as having lessons. Actually, I do now I come to remember, I digress, but I remember a few people mentioning some moves that you could do whilst dancing. For example, feed the pigeons or make boxes. And these are things that you do with your hands. Okay, thank you, Duncan. So that was Duncan from Scotland giving his answer. Vera has joined. If you joined, if you've just joined, it's a bit strange today. We're doing IELTS speaking, but no one has come on stage. So I am answering the questions. I'm the examiner and the candidate. First, I was me. I was Chris, and then for the second question, I was Duncan from Scotland. How was that? Did you like my accent? Did you understand? Or was it a bit strange? Maybe my Scottish accent isn't perfect, but I think it's quite good because I've been to Scotland quite a lot. I have cousins and aunts from Scotland. So, what did you think of the answer? Did Duncan give a good answer? Did he answer the question? Has anyone ever taught you to dance? What did he say? Did he say yes or no? Vera, are you going to come on stage? I'm put a message up in YouTube. To be honest, we only have about 10 minutes. I have a lesson in 13 minutes at 8 p.m. Manila time. Anyone coming on stage? Yeah, so he answered the question. That's the most important thing. Right at the beginning, he said no. No one has ever taught him to dance. And he gave the reasons. I think the reason was, well, I don't know if I said it, but he didn't really have the money for it. Maybe it's quite expensive. And he said what he did instead. He taught himself by practicing in the mirror, and then he talked about the circumstances when he did dance, which he said was mostly at university. Anyone else? When I text here on Hello Talk, YouTube disappears. That is weird, Vera, but I'm used to very weird problems. Okay. Yes, I always get a selection of weird computer problems every day. Gremlins, I call them. Like the 1980s movie, those little green monsters are also the name for computer problems. Oh, says L. Yeah, so that was Duncan's answer. Would anyone else like to answer? Just put a little written answer. Can you? I don't think you can send voice messages. You can answer on Hello Talk. You can send a little voice message. Has anyone ever taught you to dance El Portuguesa? Simran, Daisy, Minoch? No? Okay, we're not going to get anyone else on stage. Are we going to finish with me by answering one more question? Yeah, just to talk. Yes, says Simran. I learned a bit of traditional dance at school. When we had cultural programs, our teacher guided us. Yeah, I don't think I ever had lessons. I did have music lessons, never a dancing lesson. I think I wanted to go once, actually. I lived in Seoul, South Korea, and I saw this class for salsa for some strange reason. I thought about going, but I never did. You can do a Scottish accent question. I think so. I mean, I like to think I can do quite a lot of different accents just through imitation. As I said earlier, I used to go to Scotland in the summer when I was younger to stay at my grandparents' house. But these days you can hear any accent on the internet, can't you? And coming from London as well, London is a big multicultural centre, so you would hear all accents, including Scottish accents, as a child and a young adult. Should we do one more question? And who should we choose for our third candidate? Do we want a Scottish person, an English person, an Irish person, an American, a Canadian? What accent do I feel like doing? Should I be Irish? Okay, yes. I don't know if I could answer this terribly if I don't know enough about this subject. Welsh, yeah, I don't. The thing is, I've just seen the question, so I have to know about the subject. Traditional dancing in your country. Okay, it might have to be English, I'm afraid, but there's lots of interesting English accents. There's a London accent, a Birmingham accent, a Liverpool accent, Yorkshire accent, Cornish accent, Newcastle accent. Birmingham accent is quite a funny accent. This accent is traditionally is not really popular, and people would try and change the accent if you wanted to be taken seriously, if you wanted to work in mainstream news or something like that, or presenting. A lot of people who have this accent became comedians for some reason. Birmingham accent, the Brummie accent. Yeah, I'm familiar with this accent also because this was my father's hometown, Birmingham. So a lot of my relatives speak with this variety of English. Okay, I will be a Brummie. Okay, so yeah, examine that. So hello, yes, can you introduce yourself, candidate 3? Yes, my name's Dave. Hello, Dave. So tell me about any traditional dancing in your country. Well, the traditional dancing in England is, as far as I know, it's called Morris dancing. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So you get lots of men, and what will they do? They will hold these sticks and they will dance together, and they will smash the sticks together in quite a violent fashion. Actually, it looks a bit like a fight. And often you will see the sticks will smash. So that's a traditional dancing form from England. Another one I just remembered actually is maypole dancing. Maypole dancing is quite a funny one where you've got a big pole and then you've got these kind of ribbons, and each person will hold a ribbon and they'll walk or dance around the pole holding the ribbon, and it'll make a beautiful pattern with all the ribbons tangling together. There we go. Okay, so that was Dave's answer. That was Dave from Birmingham. Did you like his Brummie accent? Famous Brummies include Ozzy Osbourne, the father of, what was he? The father of heavy metal, the Prince of Darkness, and Jasper Carrott, the comedian. So how did Dave answer? Did he answer okay? He answered the question. It was just a simple question talking about traditional dancing in his country, which is England, and there was 2 types: Morris dancing and maypole dancing. He gave details. He just described each style of dance. I imagine he had perfect fluency and coherence. Pronunciation. Maybe some people would be a bit upset by the Brummie accent, but generally people would understand. And Daisy has told us about traditional dancing from her country. Kuduro, I hope that's the correct pronunciation, is traditional dancing from her country. I can't remember your country, Daisy, sorry. Was it an African country? It's a dance style that combines a lot of energy, rhythm, and emotion. You need to feel the rhythm and put your soul into the dance. Thanks for that, Daisy. Simran says Brummies, fire 100. Yes, Brummies. These are the people from Birmingham, and Brummie is the accent or even the dialect. Yes, my father told me funny stories, and there would be dialects from the surrounding areas of Birmingham. My father told me called the Black Country, which were very interesting, strange dialects. These people were called the Yam Yams, I think, which is a very funny name, but that's not something I know much about. Okay, unfortunately, it's time to finish now. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful for you, my speaking session. A little bit unusual today because there was no candidate, so I had to be the candidate. A bit weird for a native speaker to be a candidate. Thank you to everyone who came. Whoops, what have I done? Daisy, I've just chucked your comment onto the stage by mistake. But that's quite a fun thing to do, actually. I like doing it. Daisy's comment and Simran's comment, sorry. And Daisy is from Angola. Thank you, Daisy, for coming. Thank you, Simran, for coming. Thank you, El Portuguesa. And did anyone else come? I think Minoj might have come. Please come again. I will put details on Hello Talk of my next live stream. To be honest, I will probably mostly be doing IELTS speaking at the moment. The main reason being because I don't have that much time to prepare PowerPoint slides for other things. Okay, any questions before we leave? No? Okay, that will be everything. Have a nice remainder of the week and a nice weekend, everyone. And I hope to see you all again maybe next week. Okay, over and out.